Okay, we've been looking at eagles as an example of how we pray. The activity of eagles, talked about in Isaiah chapter 40. They who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. Of course, now eagles physically fly up towards the clouds, which can be a picture that's helpful to us in praying, but there's a significant difference for us. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't physically move because the heavens are in us. We have access to the kingdom of heaven right where we are. So many teachers from the entire history of the church speak of turning inward to find God. Jesus said the kingdom of heaven is near you, the kingdom of heaven is in you. Paul says in Ephesians 2, we are already now seated in heavenly places. That's not where you're hoping to be someday, although you will be there in a more complete form after your earthly sojourn. Currently, right now, we are spiritually speaking in heaven. Doesn't feel like it, but when you tune into the Spirit and you wait on the Lord, you can actually sometimes sense that in a very real way. Leaders from church history give us plenty of examples of that. Brother Lawrence worked with chaos around him, and he felt like he was in heaven. So we don't have to strive to access heaven. Don't imagine that God is far from you. Turn towards God. Remember, you're like an eagle. The picture of spreading your wings and not flapping them wildly is a picture of rest, sinking down into God. It's not striving to gain altitude on your own energy. No yelling is necessary. You can yell if you want to, but God hears you when you whisper too. An integral part of this is that we are both human beings and spirit beings. We have a spirit that is connected to God's Spirit. He's never far from us. You are always connected to God. That river of God is always active and flowing. And waiting and stillness and silence is one of the main ways of accessing an awareness of that Spirit of God in you. And many church leaders from history tell us about prayer is basically resting in God. Now, of course, there are different kinds of prayer. Intercessory prayer is more about our initiative. But the prayer of rest, of silence, of quiet is an enormously helpful thing to do. And it's really hard to experience life with God unless you find the ability, unless you train yourself to be in silence, to be quiet, and simply to wait and not judge yourself on how much peace you feel or whatever you see or feel, but to learn the discipline of coming and sinking into God. The word in Hebrew for be still, it actually means sink, rest in God. So the way you soar in the Spirit is resting. God bless you in your journey of doing that.